Welcome, one and all. It is Bite Size Thursday here at All Slate Studios, or as we like to call it, it's Avatar Day. And it is. We're watching that episode. That's right. Aang is going on trial. The Zuko's doing math.
No, we just discussed. He is vaping.
Yeah, Zuko really fell from graces. Oh my god.
Hey, if he wants to go out back and smoke some Ambassador cigars, all he has to do is, just like Johnny Storm in the 2005 Fantastic Four adaptation.
little player from
Captain America.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Except this time he didn't have a banana in his butt.
What?
Yeah, Avatar Day.
What is happening?
It's gonna be a good, as we finally, the running joke that we've been saying since the first episode is finally here. This is a good episode. I really, I'm excited.
All I remember is he's in trouble.
Yeah, well, yeah, he goes on
All I
trial.
remember.
Because I'm in trouble most of the episodes.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, basically.
yeah, he really.
Didn't I get this mixed up with when they're on Kyoshi Island?
I think so.
They
At
do.
the beginning, I'm like, wait, isn't that this episode? And you're both like, no, that's in book 2. Oh, we're here now.
We finally made it. I am so
I tell you
excited.
what I love when they do in this show is when they explore the origins of the different avatars. And they have different explanations, little stories.
I just love the idea that each avatar is different. That's such a cool, it's...
But also...
Oh, you know what I just realized what it kind of is, Jake?
What?
Talking about every avatar is different, you know what that also sounds like? Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, the whole regeneration
It's
thing.
not, I mean, in concept it's the same, but it's not really the same.
Kind of.
Because,
Because Aang can't exist at the same time
Yeah.
as the others. They come to him as spirits, but they are never existing at once. Whereas
Well,
me having
Doctor
one-
Who, they weren't supposed to, and then something changed.
I think Doctor Who, they started airing new ones yet?
That's gonna be...
No, that's Christmas, isn't it?
I don't know. David Tennant's coming back for
Isn't it-
10 episodes or something.
Isn't it like
Yeah, it's
the
gonna be a
50th
whole-
or the 60th anniversary or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they're gonna do a
60th
big
anniversary,
thing.
and then what's his name starts next year.
I can't say his name. Just show a picture of him.
It starts with an N.
He's a really
The
talented
sex
actor.
ed.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
He's
He looks-
fantastic.
He looks like he's going to be a fun doctor.
Yeah, but that's where we're going down a rabbit hole here.
Um,
Anything else you want to say about this?
No. What I wanted to say about that is they don't really treat the Doctor as though it's reincarnations. They're not completely different people. They have different personalities, but they're not complete. Like Matt Smith. I guess particularly in the contemporary
Mm-hmm.
Doctors, they're not completely different from one another. Matt Smith definitely has things that are David Tennant-ish, and David Tennant-ish has intensities that are Christopher Eccleston-ish.
I would raise you. I think at least. So I know it went Kyoshi, Roku, then Aang.
Yes.
I can't think of any Roku characteristics off the top of my head, but the fierceness from Kyoshi, you can see in Aang sometimes. Further down the line, closer to book 3, he has that more fierceness.
Yeah.
So I think I just thought it was an interesting comparison.
Yeah, it is an interesting, and that's why I'm talking about it more, because it is interesting.
I know I should watch the movie.
I know that. Well, one more thing. I know that one thing that I remember that always weirds me out about this, and it's highlighted in this episode, is how they refer to the different incarnations as Aang.
Yeah.
They say he did this. No, he did not do that. I know it's a past life, but it's just, I think it's a weird thing for Western audiences to hear that and go,
Because we're so individualistic.
yeah,
Maybe more like, but he didn't do it.
or
Why is he responsible?
but
He didn't do it.
reincarnation is just not a thing that's
It really isn't.
a part of tradition on this side of the
Oh
world.
no, we have a new term for reincarnation these days. Reboot.
Aang is the reboot.
Wrong. The other one has to end before the new version starts.
Not wrong.
Yeah, you know, I'll give you.
Hold on. The popularity of The Little Mermaid did not end before they rebooted it.
No, the movie itself ends, and then the next one starts. They both can't be at the same time.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because they kind of exist at the same time now.
Well, yeah, but
They exist at the same time. But they didn't come out at the same time.
You could play them at the same time. It would be a 1-for-1 remake, too.
It's not.
From what I understand.
No.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. Avatar.
Regardless,
It's Avatar Day.
You
We're
can
talking
do that
about
with
Doctor
Lion
Who
King.
and Little Mermaid. Let's talk about Avatar.
we're gonna watch this episode, and we're gonna give you our immediate thoughts on it. So stay with us and
Take a bite.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we just took a bite out of that episode, and I freaking love it. Avatar Day is I really like kind of like what we were talking about, like the whole like dealing with reincarnate.
Would you stop?
Yeah, I mean, you gave each other a weird look. I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I looked at him. I'm not looking at you.
I know, but it was a weird look. So
Keep
it threw me off.
talking.
I like that Kyoshi didn't even back down. She just said, "No, I killed him, but he deserved it." And I was like, "Heck yeah, that's
I
great."
mean, it's not like she actually killed him. He just fell.
What? Yeah, that's actually a good point. She just like moved the island away, and then he happened to.
I mean, that's definitely how plate tectonics works.
Obviously, Jake. You just
Also,
you move the lava, and then things move.
It's the first instance of the franchise of lava bending.
That is true.
It's kind of they give it to us in this show. And we don't even think about it. It's, oh yeah, but then in the other show, when
that's fire.
lava bending happens, like, of course, and it's like
Also, a funny thing to think about: Kyoshi's weapon is a fan.
It's awesome.
Metal fan.
Yeah, but
Wait,
that strike you
That's
as
a very good point.
Does that strike you as a earth bending tool, or
Pretty cool.
or an air? No shit.
You're right, though. That is more like an airbending weapon than an earth one.
It's weird. I never thought about it before, but like watching it this time, I was like,
Yeah.
huh.
Your feet huge.
You do like them big feet, don't you?
Or is it
Actually, feet kind of gross me out.
I would say, is it canon is Jared a foot?
I don't know.
Okay.
Feet are kind of gross.
Not Kyoshi.
Those are huge.
She's got big feet.
Oh my god.
Momo fit in the boot.
That's true. That's a big foot. If Momo can fit.
Momo, you need to respect my boundaries more.
Oh my god, that was so funny at the very beginning when
I didn't realize it was Sokka's mouth until
I have to say, because like we eat a little something while we watch the episode, and I'm eating and I'm watching, I'm like, this is like, it's not gross enough to make me lose my appetite, but the whole spider web from inside his mouth just gave me the heebie-jeebies. I think that just made me feel really uncomfortable.
He's funny in this episode.
Yes,
as usual.
I look like the whole detective shtick with the
there's time for your waterbending scroll. This staff, but not on my boomerang.
I used to be the boomerang guy.
No,
the
this is the ponytail guy.
Also, I have a question. So they use Water Tribe money to buy a thing from the vendor, and then obviously the other people don't. The chin people.
Yeah, they don't take it.
They don't take it. So it's kind of a universal currency because they don't talk. I think I'm overthinking it.
No, but that's a fair point.
It's kind of a
though.
universal currency, but not.
No, not at all. The one guy just accepted it because money is money.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just because he's a vendor and he maybe just travels around a little bit more so he can actually use it in the world.
Again, we're thinking about it too much.
Well, what else are we going to do? That's what we're supposed to do.
Fair. I want to see a financial breakdown of how
each currency works.
Each currency works within the Avatar universe.
Do you think that...
And are there
two
more
pieces? He's holding between his fingers.
I was going to say, do you think Fire Nation costs more than Water Tribe?
Yeah. There's more than like 2 people. I know the North Pole's big. Water Tribe is not very big.
I will also say.
And then what's the air temples or what's the air nomads currency? Because they must have one. I'm
going to go, they freeze clouds. And they I'm not sure how that works, but in my head, that's what happens.
They probably don't have currency.
That's true.
I mean, that makes sense too. But like, they gotta be able to buy stuff.
I mean,
they've got to trade.
Yeah, if they're
Maybe.
monks, they might trade her. They might just do like a
Then
whole.
it's monks, though. So
I'm
they
sure-
tend to make everything and build everything for themselves.
Right.
I'm sure that somewhere there is a Bible that says all this.
100%. There's definitely, yeah. Also, we have to mention Zuko's arc in this. This is like, does this essentially kickstart him to, like, finding, like, obviously he leaves Iroh, so he's officially going on his own way now. Like, this is
Yeah,
I
weird.
think we got a couple more episodes before it goes into full gear.
The
I think
next
that,
episode is the Toph introduction, and the episode after is Zuko alone. So this
Dude,
is
we got 2 back-to-back great
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
isn't the chase
right after Zuko alone.
okay? So maybe it does kick off the whole thing.
Yeah, this is like
Doesn't the chase end in the
the episode after that.
Mexican standoff?
Yeah.
I
Is that,
think.
episode
So
that ends?
yeah, and then we have an episode after that, and then the library stuff and the bossing say stuff. So like this is where we get going. We're kind of doing the episodic stuff at the start that is important, and things are starting to pick up a little bit. But I think the next episode, when Toph comes, that's when things really get going.
I didn't realize that was next episode. You just got me so excited to keep watching. Oh my god, I can't wait to get to talk.
This one, I like this episode. I like.
They did a lot of good stuff.
There's a lot of stuff happening, and it feels weirdly imbalanced.
I always
I don't know why.
remember it like Kiyoshi doing more
Yeah.
than just telling the story. I don't know if that's just like a presence thing in the back of my head, or
Maybe.
every time I rewatch this, it's like, oh, I remember her doing more than that.
I do feel like they use her character a lot, and I think they just maybe because they pepper her throughout the whole season is why you maybe think of it as
And
more.
then the double gun hangs face in the straw man.
They do a lot of silly face stuff. Like the guy that like almost has a stroke when they show back up on Yoshi Island. Like,
At the mall.
yeah, like is he like I don't know what's happening. Like they went like it's so funny because they went a lot of over the top like comedy with that kind of stuff, but then you got a lot of serious like Kiyoshi admitting, yeah, I killed that guy. Like the balance of that, like I thought they balanced that really well.
It was the way the Iroh Zuko stuff. You didn't cut to it that much. It's such a small part of the episode, but it's important. But it's not a ton happens. It's like 3 scenes.
Yeah, but Iroh drops a lot of wisdom on him, like especially when he says that like we just watched it, I can't remember the line. Like the hope
despair
is
line.
the hope is something that you make for yourself, or something around that
Yeah.
nature. I'm like that is some like deep, good Iroh wisdom.
I mean, it wasn't tea tastes the same from a porcelain pot or a tin cup.
It's another good Iroh line. This is full of great Iroh.
I mean, that's not really a fair comparison. They're 2 different methods of. Never mind.
Is that the tea set that he uses when he has tea with Toph later?
I think so. Maybe.
I
That
feel
would,
like
that would be an interesting.
we just gotta pay attention.
That would make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's interesting. I
I do want to point out one thing. You say it all the time about animation being the most,
It's the ultimate.
the ultimate medium. I agree with you that I think it is the most effective method of communicating emotions, because when Zuko's leaving and you're looking at Iroh's face and you watch his face change, I don't think you could see that in a live action person.
Unless the camera's right here.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you can, but like I feel like with animation you just have so much control over everything. Live action, there's a little bit more like
you have to
just variance.
with
like,
live
you just
action, you
can't-
have to overact so that the camera can see it.
Oh, you're not. No, the camera picks up a lot more than you realize. But I just think just because there's a lot of variation with just like you do take different like every single time, or so or the wind blows through and changes. Like there's just a lot of things that kind of where like you can like you can adjust for the wind. You can adjust for the like the angle of the sun. Like you don't have to
It's
wait.
all about adjusting.
Yeah.
Whereas animation, you can do anything you want.
Yeah,
And that's why it's the ultimate medium.
I definitely see that for sure.
Yeah, it's not some baby thing that you put on to make
It's
your kids
not.
go to sleep.
I mean, it is kind of that too.
It's everything though. It's so
Parts
That's
of it,
why it's
you
the
know?
ultimate
it
medium.
is. Yeah.
I just hate when people say it's a kid's thing. Still have people that think,
It's
oh,
so-
isn't that, it's anime, isn't that for kids? It's like, oh,
I know we're gonna date ourselves a little
Some
bit.
animation is for kids.
or animation's for everyone.
I don't want to date myself a little bit with the schedule of when we actually recorded this, but we just watched Spider-Verse. And that is literally like taking animation. That's how you use it. Avatar Airbender. That's how you use animation.
I don't know. It's no Mario movie.
Oh my gosh. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about Avatar-wise?
No, just
They should make a live-action show of this.
They are! And we're actually, by the time this drops, we're going to get
we're getting that sneak peek.
at Brazil, at the Netflix Brazil thing. So I'm very excited to see what we're going to see from the live action. But in the meantime, if you want to follow us on the interwebs, what? You can follow any of our social media channels,
right now?
and Jared can let you know what those are.
You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok if Dickey posts the right clips.
You do
It's
it
so
wrong
funny.
again.
I mean, I might have said mixed up the cold open and the outtake, but regardless, it's us being stupid.
And you can listen to us on Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and if it's YouTube, hey, like and subscribe and comment and ring our bell and all that good stuff. Check out our groovy website. And yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, stay tuned because next week, like we said earlier, we have Toph coming next week. The week after is Zuko's Alone episode.
Sad boy Zuko episode.
We have some really good episodes coming up, so it's gonna be
sad boy.
it's gonna be a great couple of weeks here. So from all of us here at All Slate Media, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Make sure to stay tuned for more, and every Thursday or whenever you want to watch us dissect Avatar, make sure to
take a bite.
Wow.